All right, in today's episode, excited to dive into how can we slow down time? Check it out. There's a voice deep inside every dad calling him to lead. Society, vices, inner demons, negative thoughts try to dampen and drown out that voice, but it never goes away. Your wife feels it, your children feel it, and your heart and soul feel it too. It's the voice that starts off as a whisper, but then becomes a calling to be the tip of the spear for your family, a calling to play all out and lead by example for your children, a calling to build a legacy that will go on for generations, a calling to be the warrior dad you were born to be. Dads, our children need us now more than ever to be that beacon of hope, courage, positivity, and strength. It's time to rise as warrior dads together as a brotherhood. If you felt that twinge in your soul, it's time for the Warrior Dad Experience. All right, so wrapping up the week, Friday. Love this subject of how do we slow down time, because I don't know about you. Hey, we're getting to mid-August. School's going to be starting up very, very soon. I'm not going to say that very loud. Don't want my kids or my wife, who's a teacher, to hear it, but it is on the horizon. And if you felt like summer was a blur and that time is just continuing to speed up, then today's episode will be very, very important for you. And this concept of how do you slow down time actually came out and really showed itself to me personally when COVID happened. Right? When COVID happened, what happened is we had to change overnight. Everything in our lives changed. And this is where the story that I'm going to share with you and how we slow down time, how we can apply it now to our lives to, hey, you slow down time a little bit, right? We know it still ticks away minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. But we can do some things. We can implement some strategies. We can use this to slow down time in our lives. And the reason why this is so important is because so much of what we do on a daily basis and why time is so fast right now for you, it might be speeding by at a blink of an eye. It's because so much of what we do on a daily basis is driven through our habits and rituals. Meaning, a habit, something you do every single day, and you don't even need to think about it. It's on autopilot, right? That's the way our minds work. Our minds, small brain up in our head compared to the total volume of our body, burn 20% of our body's energy. So whatever the mind can automate, meaning make a habit, anywhere from 21 to 67 days to really create a long life lasting habit. When it automates something, it puts it in subconscious mind. You don't even need to think about it. Like brushing your teeth, like driving to the grocery store. Odds are you take the same way almost every single time. The brain has automated, moved it from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. Crazy thing about that is up to 90, maybe 95% of what we do on a daily basis are habits and rituals. Just think about it now. Take a pause. Take a breath like I talked about yesterday. And think about how many things do you do as a dad, as a husband, a leader, as a man that are automatic? Many, many things. When I pause and think about that, it kind of blows my mind how many things I'm doing repeatedly over and over again, the same day in, day out. That is the reason the time seems so fast. We're not consciously thinking about what we're doing. The mind is moving everything to the subconscious mind, and we're just flowing through days. We don't even really need to think about it. That's how, hey, maybe this week, even in your life, flew by so quickly. And you said, how is it Friday already? That's the reason why time flies by so fast. So what is the story related to COVID? Well, COVID happened. All of a sudden, everybody in my family was home, right? My two sons were doing virtual class in their rooms. My wife was teaching virtually. And we ended up taking walks every single day in the afternoon after class and schoolwork was done. And I still remember walking I know the exact point of where we were at one of the local high schools when we were walking down near our house. And one of my sons said to me, he said, "Dad, time has slowed down." Now, we know time ticks, second, minute, hour, same time. There is no stopping it. But he made a great point. And I told this to him. I said, "You're right. Time has slowed down." I said, "Do you want to know the reason?" He was curious. He said, "Sure, Dad." I said, "It's because we're doing things different than we have been doing," right? Immediately, we changed all the routines, all the habits we were doing. Didn't need to go to school. Things were thrown for a loop. That's why it felt like time slowed down. So, how can we apply that to our lives, leverage that ability to slow down time? We need to do things out of the ordinary, right? We need to drive to the grocery store a different way. If we're going day by day and you feel like those weeks are just flying by as a family, as a dad, with your kiddos, be spontaneous. Go do something. Go play mini golf. Go drive golf balls, right? Go for a hike somewhere you'd never hiked before. Put the phone away. Be in the present moment and just soak in nature and the little experiences you have with the kiddos. Be spontaneous. And if you are challenged with being spontaneous, here's another bonus strategy for you. Schedule it in the calendar. Maybe it's just schedule it in the calendar in your work week for a half an hour to think about what you can do on the weekend with the kiddos and the family. If you pour more into them, you will be more successful in your business and career. It's counterintuitive, but I've seen it happen time and time again with the dozens and dozens of dads that have been through the Warrior Dad experience. So how do we slow down time? We do things differently. We get away from that common, ordinary, repetitive thing that we're doing day in and day out. Look for areas of opportunity to do that, and you will feel like time slows down. It is not, but when we get out of that automatic habit, subconscious mind just operating, then all of a sudden time seems to slow down. So implement that in your life if you can this weekend. Do something different with the family. Soak up that micro moment. It will fill you up. It will add to your motivation, inspiration, and your attack mode for next week. I appreciate you. Dare to be uncommon. Lovely legacy. Create a legendary day. And I'll talk to you soon.